Right, so this is my Eragon review, and for those that have heard my video reviews before, these are the things I score about a video game. Graphics, sound, gameplay, story, physics, value. If you'd like to know about something else, then you're going to have to leave a comment and let me know, and then I'll incorporate it into my reviews if I get enough requests for something. So let's start off with the value. The value of this game is I mean, don't buy it. Don't rent it for money. If you already have one of those things where you get I have gamesandflix.com, and I pay $12.99 a month, and for $12.99 a month I get 2 games out at a time, and I can keep them as long as I want to. So that's cool. So I get 2 games at a time. I can keep them as long as I want to. I'm trying to figure out if I can make this look decent for you. Unfortunately, it's always overexposed. I can't really do nothing about that. Oh well. So, if you have one of those deals at Blockbuster or Hollywood or whatever, or some online thing like I do, Games and Flicks, $12.99 a month, I get 2 games out at a time, keep them as long as I want, no late fees, yada yada yada. It's pretty cool. So if you have a deal like that and you have no other games on your list to play, then perhaps you might want to consider putting this game. Try to fix that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you can find no other games that you want to play, and you don't want to go and get a regular Xbox game, I would recommend Xbox games if I recommend this game. Now, I'm not saying this game is totally horrible, because it's not. It's actually an okay game. It's just it's kind of disappointing. Anyway, so the value is not that good. If someone gives it to you, definitely take it, obviously. If someone wants to trade you for one of your Burger King games, trade it. But definitely not a game worth buying. Like I said, it's really not even worth paying the full rental price, but if you already have the free rental thing, not free rental, but you know what I mean, you get so many rentals a month, go ahead and get it. Graphics are just slightly better than some of the better Xbox games, so the graphics are nothing spectacular. Actually, for an Xbox 360 game, the graphics are bad. Out of 10, I give it a 6. The sound, I give a 7 out of 10. The sound's not that great. Acting is okay, but I don't know, the sound's nothing. I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, the sound blows, but it also wasn't like nothing stuck out in my mind. I don't remember anything being spectacular at all. I don't remember anything to mention. Alright, so that was just a little sample of the graphics, of the sound, which, as you heard, wasn't that good. Although it's gonna be even worse through my microphone. This is a flying level where you play as the dragon. The story, I never watched the movie, so I don't know if the movie is this bad, but there really isn't no story in this game. I mean, sure, there's a kind of a story, but I didn't really follow it. I didn't really know what was going on. So I don't know if they expect you to already have watched the movie. But if the movie is anything like this video game story, I don't want to ever watch the movie. Ever, because I don't want to waste 2 hours of my life. I'm telling you, the story, there isn't one. Sure, I guess there's some of the story. Evil bad guy, and you got to kill him because he's evil. And you're a farm boy and you're getting more powerful in magic spells. But other than that, as you can see, the flying levels are pretty boring. Nothing spectacular here. But anyway, so story pretty much blows. Physics, nothing really. I didn't really notice any physics. So if there are physics, I didn't really notice any. I didn't notice that you can kick stuff around. It was a pretty static game. The game seems like it was made for last generation. But like before they started using physics, before they started using ragdoll physics and stuff like that, it seems all like it's animated. So it's definitely done in a style of older games. Let's see here, gameplay, the final thing. As you can see, the gameplay, this gameplay is, I mean, it's not terribly boring, but it's not necessarily fun either. It's kind of frustrating because she's kind of slow, so it's kind of hard to dodge when stuff's coming at you. You kind of have to anticipate it. And even then, your life just slowly wields down. Even if you think you're dodging everything, your life just keeps going down. You're like, what the heck? How's my life going down? You can use your tail smash. You can whip them. So you can't control the fire, though. All you control is this right here, which you hold down the right trigger to lock on targets, and A to shoot them, and then B to do this. When you get close to them, watch. I'll try to fly close to these guys. Cut checkpoint. You just use B and you tail slap them. Kind of stupid, so I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that anyway. Go look at some regular fighting. The actual combat, the idea is pretty darn good, but it doesn't really work. I mean, it works okay, I guess, but it could be so much better. I don't know why my camera is doing this. It's maybe if I just move away a little bit and try to capture the actual TV. See how it's flickering? I don't know why it does that. And if I get some wall in there as well, it'll be okay. Yeah, that's a little bit better, I guess. Maybe I can even turn down the exposure now without it being too bright. Turn the brightness up just a tad. Contrast. Oh well, I guess that's okay. You have a lot of different moves you can do, and that's the only thing that really keeps the ground fighting interesting, is that you have so many different moves at your disposal. You could, here I'm going to go back really quick. I'm gonna just, when it goes on to the sound, I just want to see if I can get the sound quality.
Eragon, the shade has poisoned me. Take me to the garden, or I will die.
Show me how to find them.
Follow the gorge to the great falls.
Who are you anyway? Murtag. I'm your new partner, Dragon Rider.
With Aria poisoned by Doza's magic, the heroes travel through the Boar Mountains in search of the Vard.
So as you can see, the voice acting is not bad, but the sound effects are just nothing that really stood out in my mind. The music is really nothing that stood out in my mind either. This is probably one of the better looking levels of the whole game, and so in order to try to see it, I want to turn this down, and hopefully I don't get that thing again. I want you to kind of get a decent view, because it actually looks pretty impressive.
Let's go.
For, you know, I mean, like, basically I'm saying if I was playing a regular Xbox game, I'd be pretty impressed with this. But I'm not impressed with it for a 360 game. And so you're probably having a hard time seeing stuff there. See if I can get rid of that. There we go. So you got two attack buttons. You got, which don't really make much of a difference. The only difference with attack buttons is if you switch them up, like you go BBA or AAB or BAB, it'll do different types of moves, but sometimes they don't seem to work, especially if they're blocking. You kind of have to do it in order. You got a jump attack. You can do two different jump attacks. That one, and then this one, which knocks him off balance. So you can go like that, knock the guy off balance, and then you can attack him for a few, like that. Then you got your magic. That's fire magic. You hold down the left analog stick, or excuse me, you hold down the left trigger. I'm gonna hold down the right trigger right now. If you hold down the right trigger, it does the arrow. So you hold down the right trigger and then hold down A, or just hit A and you'll do quick arrows, which don't aim all that well. If you hold down A for a second, you'll aim at his head and then you can kill him with one shot. It takes a couple seconds though of holding it down to get to his head, but it's a useful shot because it does much more damage. So yeah, you hold down the left button, the left trigger, and then you got four different magic spells. So you hold down the left trigger and aim it, and once you're targeting someone, you just point in the direction and target that person. And once you have successfully targeted the person, you can either hit the block button. That's just a stupid magic. That's supposed to be a puzzle. I mean, there is no puzzle. It's just you find little hands and you activate them. Anyway, so for the magic, you got the block like that, which knocks everyone back that's around you, which comes in handy when you're being bombarded with a lot of people. Then you have your fire magic, which is B button. Then you have your force magic, which is Y and A. Y knocks them away, and A pulls them towards you. This only comes in handy when you're near a ledge, or when they're near a ledge. So you can either pull them off the ledge by pulling them towards you, or throw them off the ledge by pushing them away from you. The one that comes in handy most for me is this one, when you knock everyone back with your magic. So that's one that comes. Anyway, that's time's up. Hope you enjoyed.